Hey guys, I'm going to try and explain in this video why we are cubing our centimeters cubed, or our inches cubed, or our feet cubed when we're working with some of these dimensions. So we know that 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. So for every inch I have 2.54 centimeters. So if I just think about this ruler, this is 1 inch right here. That's 1 inch. This 1 inch is also equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. So I can measure in centimeters or I can measure in inches. But 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. So this is a length. This is a one-dimension length. It's a distance. The distance from here to here is 1 inch. Now, this is a length. And if I add a width onto this, what I can actually create is a square. And my square is 1 inch by 1 inch. So this is a length and this is a width. So I've now created a two-dimensional object. This is now a square. So I have a 1 inch square by a 1 inch square. 1 inch by 1 inch is 1 square inch. 1 inch by 1 inch creates 1 square inch. That's my area. Well, that means that I have 2.54 centimeters times 2.54 centimeters, because this is length times width. This is length times width. So, in order to rewrite this, centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared, or square centimeters. Again, it's a square. And this would be 2.54 squared. That's 2.54 times 2.54. So these are equivalents. These are areas. This is the area of this square. Now, if I did 2.54 squared, I actually get about 6.4516 centimeters squared. So if I were to divide this, I would have about 6.54 centimeters squared in here. That's the number of squares. All right, this is legit 1 inch squared. Now, if I add on a third dimension, because this guy's area, that's 2D. This guy was length, that's 1D. If I add on and make this a cube, now I have a 1 inch base, a 1 inch side, and now I've added a height to this. So now I'm in 3 dimensions. I have a 1 inch by 1 inch base. That's a 1 inch by 1 inch base. That's an area. Now I've added a third dimension. I've added another inch to this. Well, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Inch times inch times inch is cubic inches. But with an equation, what I do to the left, I also have to have equivalents on the right. So that would be 2.54 centimeters times 2.54 centimeters times 2.54 centimeters. And I can rewrite this as 2.54 to the third power, because there's 3 of them. I'm multiplying 2.54 3 times, cubic centimeters, or centimeters cubed. Because now I have 3 dimensions. I have the area of the base, which is the 2 dimensions, and then I also now have a height that I have to add in here. So when you're finding your volume, let's say our volume is 24 inches cubed, 24 cubic inches. All right, that means I have 24 1 by 1 by 1 inch cubes in this space, in this object. Let's say I want to go from inches cubed to centimeters cubed. So I just want to show you what this visually looks. 24 inches cubed. Now, I'm in cubic units. I'm in volume. Volume's cubic units. So I know that I need a centimeter by a centimeter by a centimeter. And I know that I have an inch by an inch by an inch. I know that there's 1 inch per 2.54 centimeters. Again, there's 1 inch by 2.54 centimeters. And there's 1 inch for every 2.54 centimeters. So what this turns out to be is 24 inches cubed. I have 2.54 cubed, multiplied 3 times is cubed, centimeters cubed. Now again, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1 cubed. And 1 cubed is 1. But inch times inch times inch is inches cubed, or cubic inches. So now I'm able to reduce my inches cubed. I'm going to be left with centimeters cubed, and I can multiply these numbers. When I multiply the numbers, I multiply 24 times 2.54 raised to the 3rd power, because I needed 3 of them to get to cubic inches, inch by inch by inch. Okay, so that would give me something about 393 cubic centimeters. So again, for every inch, I need 2.5 centimeters. For every inch, I need 2.5 centimeters. For every inch, I need 2.5 centimeters. That's why we cube this number. If you want to write it out this way, you can. I could even show you feet. Let's say my volume is 12 cubic feet. And let's say I want to take that cubic feet to cubic inches. 12 cubic feet. That means it's a foot by a foot by a foot. And I know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot by 12 inches in 1 foot by 12 inches in 1 foot. That means this becomes cubic feet reduces with the feet, and I'm left with 12 times 12 to the 3rd. There's 3 of these, 12 to the 3rd, 12 multiplied 3 times, and it's going to be inches cubed. It's 3 dimensions. It's 3 lengths that I multiply. It's 3 units of measure to get volume. Okay?